was the beginning of my anger, my depression, and the feeling that I was worthless because my daddy left after he told me he wouldn't. A lot of the kids that I deal with, they either have similar situations that I dealt with coming up or worse. And part of what we do in the Hour of Empowerment program is we allow them to have a safe environment where they can talk about their own inner issues without feeling like they're being judged. Now we have kids in there, I'll be honest with you all, we have kids in there that some of these guys have robbed stores, beat people, you name it. Did y'all ever substituted in the inner city before? Well, let me give you a picture of what's about to go down. When you hear the word substitute, it is like a party. And I looked at this lady, I was like, oh my God. I said to my friend William, I said, look how small she is. She has no idea what she's getting herself into. We about to run this lady out this classroom. I never thought that a substitute teacher would teach me a lesson that now I would be going into a juvenile detention center and teach it to a bunch of guys. In the program, what we do is we have the guys get an opportunity to evaluate their mistakes. I'm very vulnerable. I've done a lot of crazy things in life coming up, a lot, probably just as much as they have. So I have this carpet called leadership carpet I put in the middle of the floor. The reason I do this is because they all have a problem with authority. I had a problem with authority. I mean, I'm sure everybody knows everything going on in the country, you see authority issues. And I wanted them to get an opportunity to stand in front of a group of people and be an authority figure so they can see how it is when people are disrespecting them. They don't like it. But it puts them in a situation where they can be up here and be confident and talk about their life and the mistake they made to get them put in jail. The beauty of this is they get an opportunity to write down a mistake, evaluate it, and come up with their own alternative. I do not tell them what to do. And it's amazing hearing these guys talk because I have one kid in there who robbed some people and trying to get some money. And one thing I want them to do is see how they are valuing their community. You know, none of them think they are any value. One kid said, I asked him, I said, well, you going out, you stealing and robbing from people. What is something else that you could do to make money? He said, well, I don't know. I said, well, maybe I can cut grass. Yes, you can cut grass, you know. You can cut grass. It's like being an entrepreneur. You can cut grass. I said, what else can you do in your community? He said, well, this is a lady that stayed next door to me. And I hate watching her take her trash out because it's very difficult to watch her pull her trash bag behind her while she's in a wheelchair. And see, these are the things that we're really trying to focus on, because if we can reach these guys and help them become functioning adults, I believe in my heart it can save somebody from being a victim tomorrow. So that's what we're doing at Juvenile Detention Center. I've been doing this for a year now. It's about 200 guys. I now have a college student helping me, and we're growing the program. Now I'm starting to try to get more in schools, get in school assemblies, work with troubled kids in the school system as well, because if we catch them in the school system, then we can keep them from going in there. And if we can keep them from going back in there while we inside, they won't be a liability when they get in the school system, okay? So do y'all have any questions?
That's an amazing story.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What's the youngest? How young are you?
12, 17. 12, 17. So they're in there, and once they hit 18, as y'all know the system, when they hit 17, once they hit 18, everything sticks with them. As long as they 17, and everything that happened as a juvenile is erased. But once they hit 18, they go in adult jail.
Is that in Denton?
No, I'm in Hutchinson. I'm out there with the ones they put out there in the middle of nowhere for a reason. Yeah.
How often do you meet with them?
I meet with them every Sunday. Sometimes I go in and do a resume program throughout the week, teach them how to build a resume. I work with a lot of college students with that. So I just take what I teach the college students and I teach them while they're in the juvenile system, which I always. You know the question.
You had 2 degrees?
Yes, I have a bachelor's in education and kinesiology, and I have a master's in exercise physiology, sports psychology, and counseling. Yeah. So yeah, part of us, I was in the healthcare industry, wellness industry. We have people with HIV, cancer, diabetes, bone issues, you name it. So now I have a small business, ingenious motivation. So I have a youth speaking business. So I speak a lot to the youth. But
in your experience, are you seeing one common thread or one Maybe some element about why they're in the situation they're in.
No
Any type
fathers.
of theme or anything?
No fathers. No role models. I grew up, I can't just take cameras now, but if you listen to us talk, when I tell my stories, they know exactly what I'm talking about. And I ask them, how many of y'all have a father? Nobody. How many of y'all know a dope dealer on the corner trying to get you to sell crack? Everybody raise their hand up. That's the problem, and for every one of me, there's probably 200 guys selling crack or wanting to get them to do some things they shouldn't. So it is no fathers, no role models out there. So it's, yeah.
Can you see it going on?
We see it going on. That's why we have to keep going.
Or
Because,
do you see just a blank face all the time before you?
say it again.
Do you see any changes, or did you just say blank face staring back at you?
No. We see a lot of changes. I mean, when you go in there, this is what you see. Mad, angry, cursing, screaming, because they've never seen a guy like me, a guy that has a master's degree. Normally in the school system in the city, when you're smart, you're weak. You're not one of them. But I tell them it's okay to be educated. It's okay to make good decisions. And it's a lot easier to make money the right way because you can sleep at night. When you go out stealing stuff, you think about that all the time. Oh my God, the police are gonna come kick the door in. You don't have to worry about those things. So that's part of what it is. We've seen a lot of changes. That's why they keep bringing me back and keep asking me to do this program over and over. And I asked the guys, what would you like to see? They write the program. They write it. I asked them what they want. They say they want to learn how to do a resume. They want to learn how to get a job. So I develop it.
You may have mentioned it, I may have missed it. What is your vocation outside of this?
I'm actually in the wellness industry, but I'm about to leave that. But I've been speaking a lot, so I'm moving over to full-time speaking. I'm in the juvenile system. I'm going into schools. But I have my background is I'm an exercise physiologist. I rehab people with cancer, HIV, diabetes. I've been doing that for a long time. I'm also a certified teacher. I haven't used my teaching certificate, my license, but I am a certified teacher. So that's part of my background. Counseling, exercise physiology, and sports psychology is my main background. Yeah.
All right, well, I think we're almost done. Very,
Yeah.
very important.
Thank you. Thank you.
We need to have you back.